Hey, what's up? My name is Fasil, and if you're looking for some PLAS-101 Purifier gameplay, then I got just the game for you. This was my first run with the new Polar Patriots gun, and I quite enjoyed it honestly. As is the case with most guns, the reviews are kinda mixed, but I'll definitely defend this gun for its merits. If you're new to my videos, I try to teach and learn at the same time. Whenever I try to teach anything about the game, I call it a tip. Whenever I try to learn, I call it a reflection. And lastly, I try to pass on life wisdom, which I've been fortunate to obtain as an ICU nurse. I call those fun facts. This is a short and sweet eradication mission, automatons this time. I basically always do my eradication missions with only red stratagems. On this mission I enjoy the freedom of not having to go back to my body if I die, that's why. The Orbital Laser is always a solid choice, but on this mission specifically, I would argue it's the very best stratagem in the game. It decimates any and all enemies, which is your only job here, so definitely bring this with you when you're eradicating. I'll go back to running viewer loadouts next week. Yearn to Learn's request is up first. Let me know in the comment section below if you have a build you'd like me to try. Also, what mission you'd like to see and whether you want me to run it against bots or bugs. With no further ado, let's purify some bots, baby. I say that confidently, but I have no idea how this gun works, so bear with me. Oh, like an arc gun basically. Alright. Decimates walkers. That's a nice start. Tip number 1, by the way, throw your laser ASAP. It has a 5-minute cooldown and you want to get all 3 uses in before your 15 minutes run out. So if you wait too long, you might only get 2 uses out of it, which is quite a shame. Also, tip number 2, specifically for eradication missions, throw your nades like you mean it. Just assume you're gonna die and get new ones. Spread the love, baby. Spread the love. My apologies for the camera shake. Sometimes my mouse movement feels stuttery. Maybe tip number 2.5 is clean your desk more often, I guess. I don't know. Southwest looks clear here. Tip number 3, this mission is best handled on the outskirts. Find a place to turtle up and lock it down. Unless you enjoy being used as target practice by bots, of course. Then you do you. The stagger on this thing is nuts, and the ammo capacity is quite impressive, honestly. Tip number 4, leave the mines up. I'm planning on staying here, so those mines actually work in my favor. Basically a free line of defense, which they laid down for me. Thanks, bots.
How about a nice cup of liver tea? Mag's empty. Feels good.
Fun fact number 1, being low ground here not just makes it so I only have 2 angles to cover, they're also pretty dumb and they tend to stack on the hill above me, which is basically a lot of free kills.
How'd you like the taste of freedom? Another one bites the dust.
Reflection number 1, I need to change shoulders here, so move the camera angle over. The reason being that I'm exposing a lot of myself for no reason, so I'm peeking really poorly. Luckily I don't get punished for it, but I really should have.
Injury? What injury? Throwing grenade!
I've tried to figure out why these meat saws walked all the way out there, and not just straight towards me. I think they registered the ice next to me as water, so they walked around it. I don't know though. Let me know if you do in the comments, please. Holy crap at how good the Purifier is against meat saws. If you hate these things with a passion, then definitely try this gun out ASAP. Oof, look at the stagger. It's freaking AoE stagger at that.
called democracy.
Honestly, considering the amount of stagger this gun does, in combination with how big the magazine size is, well compensates for its rate of fire. Right now I'm feeling it would go well with a quasar, recoilless, and such. Your secondary would handle all the chaff, in my case the Redeemer. The Purifier can handle anything from Devastators to Walkers, and your support weapon would handle everything else. Even leaves you a backpack slot. The gun feels good, man. Tip number 5. Maximize collateral damage. I wanted to use my 500 kilogram Eagles, so my Eagle Airstrikes could rearm as well. So instead of using ammo on these meat saws, I run them into the 500, which I threw at this tank, making the meat saws free kills basically.
Mission at 10 minutes remaining.
My life for Super Earth.
Here comes the cavalry.
See, I'm liking the Purifier more than the Dominator even. I think the Dominator is a phenomenal gun, but the handling is absolute. The magazine size is poor and its reload speed is even worse. The Purifier has none of those detriments, but the same power and stagger though. So if you're a Dominator main, you should probably try the Purifier at some point. Obviously the firing rate is the thing that'll get you, but I don't see what else is wrong with it yet. If there is anything really.
Have a taste of democracy. How about a nice cup of liberty?
Hey, rare to see a stray hellbomb like that on an eradication mission. Very nice. Honestly, this mission is going way too smoothly. I'm getting lucky with the lack of factory striders, but the fact of the matter is also that they just can't push into me. I'll say it again, I guess. The stagger on the Purifier is definitely S tier.
Helldiver, you are moving outside the mission area. Warning, you are leaving the mission area.
Have a taste of democracy.
Like, look at that. It's literally an AoE stun gun. Except, differently from the arc thrower, this thing doesn't make you target corpses. And I haven't even mentioned that it actually does decent damage too. Fun fact number 2, you can't fail if you never quit. That quote is straight out of a feel-good movie, basically, but it's true. As an ICU nurse, I have the luxury of having a never quit mentality. If I was taking care of your mom, I couldn't just say, yeah, I can't do this, so I'm just gonna skip it for today. It's a matter of life and death, so you'd look at me like I'm an idiot, and you'd be right. So I'll return the favor. Whenever you feel like quitting, don't be an idiot. There's winning and there's learning. That's all there is. I'll follow that up with some key brain info. Fun fact number 3. We cling to negativity in our life much more strongly than we do to positivity. It's known as the negativity bias. Basically, the idea is that we as humans have a habit of holding on to negative things in our life a lot more strongly than positive things. Because we try to learn from them as much as we can, as in, we don't want them to happen again. This mental phenomenon makes it so you can have an absolutely awesome day, then one tiny bad thing happens, and it'll make you feel like your whole day is ruined, which is ridiculous when you think about it. Like one tiny thing went wrong, and everything else was awesome. It's crazy. The way out is understanding that your mind will always do this to you, so you have to practice balancing it. In short, you're gonna feel the hurt in your life just fine. So make sure you counterweight that shit by reminding yourself of all the good in your life. Because your mind is not gonna do it for you if you don't make it, unfortunately. Stay positive, team. Now, reflection number 2. Turn off the damn flashlight. I went this entire run being annoyed with the stupid light on this gun obstructing my view, completely forgetting it's actually a setting you can toggle. So hold your reload button and turn it off. Okay, to summarize. The PLAS-101 Purifier does solid damage, has a large magazine size, considering how slow it shoots, does AoE damage, staggers like a wrecking ball, penetrates medium armor, and it handles great. The only negative I found was it has the speed of an arc thrower. Okay, fine. I'm being a baby, it's really not that slow, but it's slower than most guns will say. So as far as I'm concerned, they gave us a great gun, at least against automatons. My guess is it won't perform as well against terminates, due to the giant amount of chaff running around, but I'm curious how well the AoE on this thing compensates for that. We're gonna find out. If you enjoyed the video and haven't done so already, please like and subscribe, since it would help me out a lot. I'm planning on keeping the style of my videos as authentic as I can, so tips/tricks to help you out with gameplay, reflections to show you where I mess up, hopefully proving that messing up is fine, you just gotta keep going. And lastly, fun facts derived from my life experience as an intensive care unit nurse. Basically splitting my content into things to help you in-game, things to help me in-game, and things to help us both outside of the game. I hope you appreciate that. It's the best I got. That said, always feel free to let me know how you feel about the content in the comment sections below. I will answer all your replies to my videos as often and as profoundly as I can. After all, you took the time for me, so it's only fair, right? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. My name is Faisal. Be well, and take care.